Dude, you're not supposed to announce that out loud. Dude, I wanted to keep that private.
This isn't going in.
No, oh, yeah, I was just messing.
That's why I was just trying to reset because this whole time I'm helping, like looking at the stuff he's doing. You guys are having a conversation. I'm having a conversation. So, is it?
So distracting with these headphones, probably.
Yeah, facts, because it's like you really focuses.
Strip club.
Yeah, liquor, making it more, drink, vaginal secretion in cup, drink that. That's a fucking drink.
You got it?
Dude, that was wild, too. I didn't realize. I went to do before I got here to the studio, I went to 2 different liquor stores. The first guy, they looked at my license because I have a Virginia license, and they're like, this is fake. I'm like, it's not a fake license. I just got this.
Did they sell it to you or no?
No, they didn't. Oh, and they're like, we believe it's a fake license. I said, just look at the age. I'm 27. You know, you mean the date or day of birth? And they're like, no, we can't. I'm like, all right. Because they explained to me that it was illegal in the state to serve to outside state licenses.
He was like, what a shit fucking move.
I didn't even know that.
There's 50 plus other states here in the United States, and you're saying that if I'm from any other place, I cannot get a drink.
Isn't that absurd? I didn't know that because I went to the next place and then they told me, oh, we can't. It's a law here. We can't serve outside. We went to we went together and they got me those slushies and stuff like that. But I was like, it's absurd. You're going to cut off 50 other states, 49 other states. Of income streams,
not pro business.
Yes,
I mean, booze itself, you know.
I haven't researched it yet.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna research it in like a couple seconds just to like ease myself, but I don't think that that's real because I used to buy like alcohol here in Massachusetts with my California license.
I think I think
they just did not recognize your license and just thought it was
like actually. Let me show you
because it's not worth it to like if for a liquor license to. If they think it is fake, to take the risk.
Here's my license. Do you think it was Gio was saying? Look, it does. I understand why it does kind of look fake.
Dude, this is mad fucking fake.
That's why.
So fucking fake.
That's why I think they told him that. Like it feels fake.
Yeah,
like it's
it feels
so
like
thin.
A piece of shit.
That's Virginia Commonwealth for you.
That's like the cheapest fucking ID that I've ever seen.
That's probably where the majority of fake licenses are made too. Is Virginia license? They probably tell them like, watch out for Virginia licenses.
Dude, you're taller than 5'10", no?
No, but with the afro, probably 6. But
then I must be smaller, dude. I must be smaller than fucking 5'8".
No. Wait. Well, you're 5'8". I think I'm like
5'8", 5'9". Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm listed as 5'8" for everything, but
which is bullshit.
What did you say?
I just put 5'10". I was like, fuck
either be on the mic or leave.
It's been a while honestly since I got measured. I gotta take a measuring tape.
I wish I had maybe if I could break 6. If I had breaking 6 feet, I think that would be ideal. 6 feet would have been ideal.
Okay. 6 feet, 6-figure income. Yeah, that's what ladies want.
You can train for the marathon, but you can't train for height.
I know that's so sad. You mean you could? I mean, if you were younger, you could take the hormones. They used to give. I think they still do it. You can get hormones as like a young kid if your like growth is been stunted. I was stunting. Where they will actually expand your body.
Really?
It's a thing, yeah.
So it's like growing pains, but extreme.
Yeah.
Because you're going to amplify that.
I think it does. Yeah, I think it goes through the whole process of that. Yeah.
Dude, actually, that's so crazy. Wait, what was it?
Is it like a testosterone? Like
I think it's testosterone.
It's not like because I know they have the leg surgery and stuff that you can literally expand your legs. Have you seen that?
No, but I heard about that recently. It's like
it's the stupidest shit because then you can't walk like a normal person, so you look fucking stupid. Not to mention you have like proportionally longer legs, and then you just look like a T-Rex because your arms are still like the right size.
Yo, no, it's so funny too. Think about it. You spent all that money because I imagine that's not cheap surgery, just to be the average height of a male too. Like, come on, man.
You gotta go all the way. You gotta go all the fucking way.
6 feet with little arms. Be a full T-Rex.
Just
like 6'5" with little arms.
Oh my God, 6'5". Wow, imagine trying to dunk on someone.
If you're gonna do it, dude, you gotta go all the way. I'm not gonna spend all that money if I'm not gonna be fucking unique.
Yeah. Yeah, I just picture like a dwarf that just like got surgery and is like his arms just
because it's supposed to be your wingspan. It should be as tall as you, I think, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like the golden ratio, whatever.
Yeah.
Your wingspan and
see, about to just like compare real quick, but okay, I didn't know that.
But then was it about the torso too? Do they add the torso, the chest?
Probably makes sense.
Maybe I don't know. Now this is I'm not the scientist. I got a scientist coming on in a couple of weeks.
Can we phone a friend?
Do you have a friend?
No, I didn't.
That's not a bad
I was gonna just call you.
To a podcast, people you can phone a friend.
That would be a.
Oh, we got Gio. Is that?
Wait, Gio, do you want to phone in a friend? Wait, oh no, you're the friend that we're phoning. Huh?
What? Cost.
Cost
what about
analysis.
Cost?
For the knee surgery?
Yeah, let's.
How much you wait? Let's say guesses. I'm thinking 50 bands.
Well, US cut. We're saying USD.
USD, yeah. 50 bands, yeah.
It could be even more, dude.
Oh, really? Okay.
Double that.
Wait, double that.
And add another 20 grand on top.
Well, think about it.
Damn. Oh, that makes sense.
This.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I'm going to give you guys some perspective.
Okay.
So
Thanks the 24-year-old giving me, but you actually do, dude. All of your like Instagram posts, whether it's like the clip you found that you're sharing on your story, or like you just doing your own content. I'm like, dude, this, yeah, he's fucking right, man.
Dude, value.
I gotta get my shit together. This guy's
fucking value.
I literally you said you were 24 to Eli, like when you guys were doing that podcast, or right before we recorded, and I'm like, dude, I've worked with you now for like a couple months, and this whole time I'm like, I just want to impress this guy, this sir. Like I got to do all these cool things to impress this guy, this man.
Dude, that's the thing is like, dude, age. That's another topic.
It is.
Age never fucking matter. Well, it did matter at one point, but for the most part, it doesn't.
Well, now, yeah, because you just see
age
people
equals experience. But
exactly.
nowadays,
you can accelerate experience.
Correct, and that's what you've done. But you're about to drop some wisdom on us. I cut you off.
Oh,
fuck me, dude. I'm sorry.
We're talking about perspective wise for price.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're talking about 100 grand for your knees. Think about this. You remember I told you I used to eat like lemon wedges, a lot of lemon wedges
with the olive oil. Yep.
So
that's a bug. I wonder what the benefits are. I still gotta learn that.
Well, the bad things are it's really bad for your teeth. Lemon.
Oh, okay.
Citric or acid,
right?
Yeah.
So my fucking teeth, they look really nice. They're pearly white, right? But the back are fucked. Like some of them are fucked up. So I was eating a chip not too long ago, and I ate a chip and I ate like an olive, and maybe it was the olive pit, but I broke the tooth. So now I'm getting it removed. You know how much it costs to get a fucking tooth removed here in an implant?
No. But actually, wait, hold up. I was at the for a root canal. So
one fucking tooth.
70,000.
No, relax.
No,
relax.
too much. Oh wait, too much. Okay,
it's probably like $2,000.
Oh yeah, that's one tooth. Yeah, you're right.
$7,000.
7 band. Oh, that's why I knew 7 was in there.
$7,000. If anyone's ever been to Europe, Middle East, or any other place besides the U.S., how much? Like you guys, I don't know the exact amount, but it's like 1/10 of the cost.
Really?
Yeah, dental's bullshit here.
Damn. No, I know it's another absurd thing too. That's interesting. I would love to dive into maybe like an episode or something like stem cell research.
We're doing an episode.
I love stem cell.
Are you kidding me right now?
Well, like my own, like my Grand Rising episode. Like I want to do a research because like.
All right, save your content for your shit, dude.
Well, like, I just want people to get their nipples hard to think about the idea, and then they move on to my channel, Sponcast Podcast. That was a fucking. Fuck, what do they call it? A subliminal, toss
message.
out. Yeah, message right there. Yeah, Sponcast.
Dude, stem cells seem like they seem like the real thing.
Oh yeah, because you go to Mexico and all these other countries too. Like they're fully open to doing it. There's people who have gone there for injections for for knees, like NFL players and stuff like that, for joints or whatever, and they see a significant like improvement in their body as well and the function.
Everyone's doing their medical and stuff outside the countries
because it's so, like you said, cheap.
Yeah, you want a different butt? You want some different boobs?
Oh, that's why you go to Brazil, right?
Yeah, Brazil, Mexico too.
Oh damn, and that's probably honestly not gonna lie, probably Mexico. They probably put cocaine in there. And they're just like, hey, just go over to they probably just go to this other state over here, just meet there. They're going to do a booty update, make sure everything's up in order, and then they take the coke out and then fill it with implants.
That's just dangerous. I'm so like some people do it for like I can understand like some people go through like a medical condition where like let's say like breast cancer or something, and then you get like they're removed, and so then they get implants. I think is how it works, but. It's dangerous. I don't know. I don't see the appeal on the whole thing. Do
you guys remember 1,000 Ways to Die?
Yeah, that was a fucked up.
Do you remember that one where the girl had a fake boobie implants?
Did it explode?
Yeah, yep, it exploded. Because he got them in Mexico. Yeah, really?
Yeah, dude, it happens. That's just not even just like a one-time hit.
1,000 Ways to Die is those. What you are watching are not the actual story. Those are ways that people have died, but then what you watch, the whole story that they tell. They purposely create the person that died into a villain so you don't feel bad when you find out that they died. But they're like, so like that one could have been like a legit like person that just went down, thought it was a normal surgery and then got, but
more 1,000.
Yeah, they enhance it with the drama. Like I remember one of the ones that stuck with me was these guys did, backyard like WWE stuff.
Yeah.
And, that's probably just like what they did, but one of the guys died because he was smashing those like long lights on. That was his move, and all the mercury ended up poisoning one of them, and they died. Which
yeah.
I forgot what 1,000 Ways to Die did, but it like they took the 2 guys that were wrestling and they just made them like these fucking assholes. Like,
he found out he fucked his wife, so he did. You know what I mean? That's why he hit him with all that light bulbs.
It was like these big dumb like binge drinking. They're always getting drunk and doing it. It probably was like an actual legit amateur wrestling thing that they didn't know, and that was the guys moving.
What about the one though? There was one. This one fucked my head up because I remember there's a big at one time or another people were doing a lot of inhalants.
Oh, like fucking like the whipped cream shit. Do you know the ID for that in New York? Like when you buy whipped cream and shit? Yeah. You have to show them ID.
Wow.
Because it's like people getting high off it.
Some guy got high off inhaling his own fucking feces.
Oh, that's what that's sad. Yeah, homeless people with the bag. Now I think it's shit all the time.
Yeah, there was I saw one that was like these hippies.
I wonder if like depending what you eat, like you get a better high. Like if you eat like a bunch of corn, like oh yeah, that's a starch high.
You just need as much chemical in there. So you got to like eat the worst food probably.
So that's why Tide Pods eating them were popular at a point.
Yeah.
That's people were getting. Remember that shit?
Yeah, that was a thing.
Yeah, it was. And it was funny.
That
seen
was
that.
a thing.
Yeah. Wait. Oh shit! You dug a memory.
That was a fucking thing. Yeah, I remember that now. Yeah.
And there was I was funny because there was like a whiskey company. I forgot the name, but they did literally a promotion where it was like 4 different like new like whiskey flavors, and they were in those like edible pouches. Yeah, in a Tide Pod. I'm like,
dude, that's so fucked up. Actually,
I'm like, smart for kind of like trying to utilize it to like promote, but like
good
now
business.
you say good business,
good marketing.
Yeah,
you know,
hit a trend.
Adults will pop it. They'd be like, hey, but then the kids will be like, oh, what are you doing, Dad? Oh, I'm just hitting Tide Pods. And then they see their kid dead in the morning.
Bad promotional things. I was in a liquor store just the other day. It wasn't for me. Like I told you.
But he's got the Holy Spirit guy.
There was fucking nips for like 59 cents.
Yeah, it's because...
Wait, really? Wait, what?
Yeah.
They're because a lot of other states don't... it's illegal to have... to sell nips. Mass is one of the few states left that are still selling it. And right now, it's like a big thing. Like, it's in all the voting things for Mass law to ban them. So, like, all the liquor stores I've been going to, like, have, like, oh, vote no on this thing, whatever. And then they're, you know, if that thing goes through, then they're going to have all this inventory of nips that they're not allowed to sell.
Yeah,
so like, one of the liquor stores near me does grab bags. They've just been taking all their nips, putting like random assortment of like 5 nips for $5 or something, or 6 nips for $5 or something, because like they're just trying to get rid of them, of as many as they can. So
honestly, I kind of, my perspective, like I kind of like, I understand both sides, but I kind of like the ban in the sense because I used to clean up a lot on the streets, and like the majority of what I was picking up was Fireball. That is New Bedford's favorite fucking drink is Fireball goddamn nibs, and no one can deny that shit. Everywhere I'd see is Fireball nib.
I guess I
always cleaning this. I'm like, damn. Like,
from that perspective, but like the ban, like on the ecosystem side of things, I actually do kind of, because my whole thing was like, dude, like let people buy what they want to buy. Let people sell what they want to sell. Like if there's a market, if nobody's buying these nips anymore, and then they like, you know, the ban didn't matter, then the ban didn't matter. But people are currently using them, and they're a nice little, like, you know, around Christmas time, just toss them in a basket, or Easter, you put them in the eggs, like the adult Easter. Like, I think it makes a fun little thing. Even like, you know, if I go to like a sporting event, I don't usually like bring them in, but if I'm going with like a group of like 4 of us, we grab a couple nips on the way up, and we all take a nip before we walk through security, whatever. And it's just like, all right, we just had, and it's like, it's not enough to get us all drunk or anything. It's just like, it's the fun little, we all just did one. Like,
actually, it's good too, honestly, because I do like them because it does expand my like palate too, like trying different flavor, like because you don't want to buy a whole bottle too. Correct. You know what I'm saying? So you're like, all right, I'm gonna buy a couple.
Do they ever put the good stuff in these nips?
They do, honestly.
Yeah,
I think
you can get Johnny Walker like black label and nips. And stuff.
They got some good fucking.
But that nip is like $4 instead of like $1.
Well, that's the thing. So this is what I have to say on that. Who, for the most part, are buying nips?
I would say kind of the
college,
college, lower class.
So
lower class.
Yeah,
it might, by doing that, it's making it harder to promote the idea of belligerent drinking.
I guess, I can see that.
Potentially. I don't know for sure, but
I wonder.
But I respect the freedom, though. It's like, you know what I mean? If you want to buy nibs, but
exactly. I actually don't give a fuck actually what you do. What am I talking about?
I feel you on that, but it's, I don't know. It's just, it just sucks that but in the end it's all about the individual. You know, it's like because it just sucks when you just see like people just don't care about their surroundings and it's like I don't know, but you know, I mean, teach their own. I don't give you know. What I mean,
I'm not gonna say I haven't been a fucking victim of these things.
Yeah,
those nips. I mean,
but like
I destroyed me before.
Oh
like,
yeah,
but dispensaries right now, like you can only if unless you have a medical card, you can only buy so much at a time recreationally. What if we instead of just banning nips entirely, what if every time you go to the liquor store, there's a limit. Like you can get 5 nips or something, or like whatever the amount you want to decide on is. So then, okay, I can get my 5 nips here, and then I have to go to another liquor store if I wanted more than 5 nips.
True, you're
like
right.
If you create the inconvenience, it's gonna divert people from wanting it anyway.
It's true. Inconvenience. People hate inconvenience.
Right. They find other ways around it. So if you just
4 nips a bar. I mean, 4 nips a store or something.
Because like McGillicuddy's is like the nips that I will be sad if we lose. If we McGillicuddy's. I like the apple pie McGillicuddy's, especially like so this time of year I'll buy like a pack of ciders, like a Down East pack, 9-pack, and then I'll buy the 10 sleeve of the apple pie ones, and then I just grab my cup, I pour the Down East. And then I pour the nip, and it makes this like apple pie
this fucking
like
grenade.
cider.
It sounds like a grenade.
Oh yeah, that's fucking deadly.
It's good. Like you can have like 2 of them and just be like, all right, that was a little bit stronger than a cider, but it tasted good. It whatever. It's like a good sipping. It's a fun little like party drink too. Like if you're hosting something, like bringing people over, like all right, add a little like enhance. It's not you're not drinking your normal Down East. You want a little more.
You know what's kind of interesting? It just made me think of this, and it kind of would be the same thing for alcohol too. The higher quality product is more expensive, obviously.
Of course,
right? Like for foods and stuff, like.
But not entirely, especially when you look at the wine market.
You think higher quality is actually a little bit cheaper?
No, well, because it doesn't operate off of the wine market is just
age.
No, it's kind of like oil. Or like gas, like a gas station, whatever, where I only touched on this whole topic, and it was recently, but from my understanding, like you can buy like what would be super expensive wine for like an $80 bottle of wine at your local store, but that same bottle of wine sells in a different state for $5. Like the actual like the market value isn't what you're actually correlating to. I know that for wines. And I also know that there was like a recent thing that it might have been Italy or Spain or something, just had so much overproduction of their wine that they literally had to just burn crops and like just dump a shit, like gallons, like an astronomical amount of gallons of wine just out because like they can't sell it. So there's the price of most wines, I should say, or like imported wines, to clarify. And someone could fact check me, but Gio's not here. Most wines is like kind of volatile, like gas. Like it is whatever they want it to be. They can kind of like the market of it.
It's like the diamond market too.
Yeah.
Sorry,
diamond,
go ahead.
No, that's exactly what I was going to say.
Oh, wait, really?
Yeah,
oh,
like
damn.
similar.
Okay.
I wouldn't say diamond. But
Yeah.
Dude,
but so how manipulation, how it's just one corporation that controls the flow,
how much
influx
they're
of
going to
flow.
release.
Exactly. And then it's funny because you look back in the history and actually World War II, after World War II is where you start seeing promotion of giving your wife a diamond ring to marry her and propose. And that's why, that's a tradition now.
Okay, on the diamond point of things.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? I think America with the, what I'm finding with other countries, the gift of let's say when you're getting engaged, do you guys agree with the whole idea of like societal standard for the rings, bro? Isn't there like 3 rings when you get married?
Wait, there's 3 rings?
I think there's
wait, hold it.
Yeah, by the end there's 3 because there's the engagement ring,
dude.
And then
wait, what? Wait, what?
Okay, wait.
What?
Wait, relax.
I'm just kidding. I'm out. I'm just kidding.
3 of them. I
thought it was 1 ring.
No,
one ring that controls them all.
Dude, that's what I thought too.
No, there's the engagement ring.
Oh,
and then you get married. Do you put a ring on?
Yeah, I thought it was the same ring.
So an engagement ring hasn't locked you into the commitment. There's the whole ceremony. So both people get a wedding band, right?
Yeah.
But you've already given the engagement ring. So girls, married women, have their engagement ring, which is where you see the diamond, and then you see the wedding band, which a lot of times the girl's wedding band is like whatever, something that looks similar to that, and maybe there's like a couple diamonds in the band. Sometimes it's just the band, but that's different than the big diamond that everybody knows.
It's a total of 3. It's a total of 3 between the guy and the girl.
Correct.
Okay, so I actually, maybe I was misinformed. I thought it was 3 in total on the girl side.
Just on the engagement?
Well,
I could be wrong. Maybe there is a third for the.
I don't know, but I was just shocked. I mean, I'm just thinking to myself, like, dude, like when it comes time, I mean, these rings are not cheap.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you're paying like 10 bands, like or plus. You know what I mean?
And depending on your personality, you're always thinking, dude, I want to give this person the best, obviously. So it's like, dude, you're gonna go out of your range.
Just to impress, you know what I mean? But the thing is, you know, it's at this point, it's more of just a show of funds. But it's like, why not just use those funds for, you know, benefiting your family, especially when you do get a kid and like or in the future.
Societal thing here. It's like same with like weddings, dude. The cost for a wedding is like $50,000, $60,000, $70,000.
No, it's so funny.
I could take 50,000. If someone gave me 50 grand right now, I could do whatever I want with someone else's 50,000. I will make so much more money with 50 grand than throwing it. I don't want to say throw in the trash. That's wrong. But using it for one fucking day, one day.
Yeah, exactly. When you can use that for, you know, even just a vacation for your honeymoon or maybe a house, buy a whole home for your. You
50 grand is close to like my salary. So if you're telling me you're giving me 50 grand tomorrow, I can do whatever I want with it. I'm quitting my teaching, and I'm going full time for a year, pushing out this stuff. And then, if I do it correctly, which is my intention to really like go full throttle on it with that 50 grand, I could start producing, you know, a big enough platform and have way more time to go towards this platform with that same 50 grand that we would have spent on the wedding. To make way more money that like now 70 grand throw away at a wedding. I don't get like
that's what I'm saying.
Like the 50 grand for one wedding like could mean a lot more right now and make a bigger wedding later on. That's kind of like how I see it.
Okay, how about let me ask this quick, like 30-second. What would you do if someone gave you you let's say 100 grand. Let's say 100 grand right now. Someone give you $100,000 tax. It's already been taxed. So it's 100 grand net. Okay. What are you doing with 100 grand?
Probably honestly get a financial advisor.
Dude, really that's so smart. I didn't even think of that step.
Yeah, no, because I'm not, because it's like I invest in crypto and all this stuff and silver, but like, you know, there's definitely a lot of shit I'm definitely missing out, like, you know, dividends in the stock or, you know, stuff. Honestly, the market's like, you don't know if it, you know, goes up and back down. We're very iffy right now in the market.
Yeah, with 100 grand, you could pay someone for 50 grand to handle all the finances, and the other 50 grand they're gonna put in a way that makes you way more money than the 100 grand.
Because they make money off of your game too, so it's like they have an incentive to make sure that you're making money too. Well, you know what I mean. You can't, no matter what though, you can't predict the market fully, but they definitely have a higher knowledge capacity and experience.
If you have 100 grand, I mean, you can buy. I mean, 100 grand, I'd buy real estate, but first I'd travel. I'd probably take another. I'd probably realistically take 50 of it, and I go spend it how I want to spend it.
Facts.
And then the other 50 I'd work on. You can take 50 grand. You can buy a decent amount of. You can actually buy some decent real estate if you know like the ins and outs of how to use 50 grand.
I'll just hit you up then.
I'll turn 50, dude. There's some guy I met with the other day, and then I'll actually ask you the same question.
Let me make sure, because your hand kind of blocks it from time to time.
A lot of hand movement.
Yeah, I feel you talk with your hands.
I know. Maybe I should have switched you guys. I should have had Eli on that.
I'll just restrict myself. Some guy in 3 years. This is why I wish I went to school for something like accounting, but with the idea or the mental understanding of how I know things now. He turned. I don't know how much money he was saying. It wasn't that much money, but he turned X amount of dollars within 3 years to 13 doors. And with those 13 doors in today's market, it's really hard to find doors. I mean, like.
Yeah,
units,
right.
What was it? Sorry, explain that again. Doors.
So, doors. Every house is a door.
Yeah. Oh, 13. So he bought 13 properties. Okay.
Correct. Or like a triple decker, like a 3 unit would be considered 3 doors.
Right.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But within 3 years, he took his money based off calculations as being an accountant, because he's an accountant. He doesn't use his hands. So he doesn't like build houses. He doesn't know how to do use a screwdriver or anything. But because he's an accountant, he knew how to create an equation to turn X amount of dollars into a certain 13 doors, and then X amount of net income every month. So now he's going to retire probably in the next 3 years at 35.
Wow. What's he doing? What's he doing nowadays?
He works corporate America.
If he ever needs to toss around some extra.
Dude,
there's
be a sponsor of the podcast.
There's so many people like this, but you gotta like get yourself in those rooms, and that's why I said this term the other day, like and I said it earlier to you, Eli. The curious idiot, and it's just asking questions, bro. Just ask questions. How do you do X, Y, and Z? A lot of people want to give back the information, so you just got to find the right people.
Because a lot of people like talking about themselves. So when you ask someone who
strokes
knows,
their ego.
Yeah, they're like, I'll tell this person. Yeah. It's like, just soak it up.
Facts. And it's so crazy, too, because, I thought about it the past couple months, because in the book, The Go-Giver, it mentions how, when we grow up, we're like, oh, don't talk to strangers. But if anything, even now, especially with podcasting, like look at like us right now, man. I'm honored to have talked to you and still get to know you more and making another connection in the future that's going to benefit both of us. A great friendship, and it's just dude, you never know who you, like you say, you don't know who that person is until you go out there, push yourself out of that uncomfortable
who that
situation.
Person is, or who else they know.
Who else they know, dude? That's the key point. Who else does that person know? But it's powerful, very powerful.
That's why I'm like, I just go out. And that's why I appreciate doing podcasting. I'm glad I did it. Because I can't even imagine where I'd be, honestly, without podcast. I've literally told, wALiE too, because the car, I bought it through Toyota. They were going to hit me with, they did hit me with $650 a month with 19% interest rate. Wow. But because I had a previous guest on and she works at a credit union, local, she hooked it up, man, got it down to $450 a month to 5% interest. Wow. I was like, wow. And see, that's just like, you never know what you're connected.
Someone.
Yeah. And she's a great individual as well, like great friend, like motivator as well. Like she's doing her own business as well in like the cannabis industry as well in Virginia, like being an advocate in the law. And, it's definitely who you put yourself around to that motivates you as well.
Hear this for like, I told you about this last, I think, and I'm obviously not a financial advisor per se, whatever, but I know basic stuff. But when it comes to like self-employed people, especially, this is the most important thing, is like how to set yourself up financially in the beginning. Because I went through years, like 3 or 4 years of just doing things the really rough way of like not keeping tax receipts, not keeping any of this stuff. I never had anything. I always had to go look for it. So like things when you're starting a business, LLC and S Corp, what it does for you, like. Okay. People in the real estate business, brokers, agents who don't look outside of anything besides selling houses, they don't actually have a business. There's no business. There's no foundation to what they're doing. They're just paying this 1099 tax every single year. So as an S Corp, if you have an S Corp, you're an employee of your business. Immediately off the bat, for the best of my knowledge of experience, it removes that 15% self-employment tax.
Oh, really?
As an S Corp. You know how much it comes to make an S Corp? With an attorney, I paid someone to do it. I didn't want to do it. $500.
Oh yeah.
I had to make yourself. So sorry, I'm a little illiterate. So it's like, say when I do make an LLC for the podcast, and then I would make an S Corp.
I know for sure. S Corp, I know for sure for this tax benefit.
Okay, so I would get an LLC, then get an S Corp, like for myself to say I work for my business.
S Corp. So you have the LLC, then you have the S Corp, right? And everyone, don't take my word for it. Do your own research for sure. But S Corp, as an S Corp, you become an employee of your business. So you're getting W-2. You're getting paid out like you're a W-2.
Oh,
so it removes that self-employment tax, which I think is like 15%, which 15% on a decent amount of money is a lot of money.
Damn.
So people need to get more financially literate, but they don't teach that stuff.
So what is like, so for example, so like $1 million, you'd save 150, right?
Yeah.
Wow, damn, 150K extra.
If you made $1 million as a 1099 compared to if you're an S Corp,
Damn, so it's better to be an S Corp than get the LLC. Okay. All right, I'm going to look into that.
In certain avenues. Like everyone has their own thing, but I found like S Corps seem
more beneficial for the starter to get
for a small business or for somebody just trying to start a business. Okay. That's very valuable.
Okay, no, because I've been thinking a lot. I've told wALiE about this before. Like I don't know why, just a lot. I've been, if you think about something a lot, that means you just gotta do it. So I've been getting this, like the podcast legit. So I was thinking getting an LLC.
Dude, you should do it, because if anything, God forbid, anything bad happens, someone sues you, they sue the business, not you directly. They don't take your they don't affect your personal stuff.
See, I just heard so many things. Like, talked to so many people saying like, oh, it's better to get an LLC when you start making money, like start making an income.
Probably, but just be prepared, because then like, what if you go 6 months into making no money and you're 1099, and then 6 months later, and the next 6 months you're making a bunch of money, and you have, let's say, half 1099, half S Corp. It's just confusing. Okay. So I just say prepare. I don't know.
Okay, no, but rather just be equipped to have the tools, have it and not need it, than need it and not have it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do want to point out, because this is something that now that I've done this essentially 3 years, I've learned so much because you just said like you did it the rough way for a bunch of years. And I think that is an important step of the journey because that step of the journey of like doing it the rough in the wrong way teaches you that when you are ready to start intaking that information, finding that network, getting the right answers and learning the right way to do the things, you know you're already committed to the cause. Yeah. You know that this is what you're going to be doing for forever. So it brings extra value to also do the all right, well, now I really have a reason to want to do this more. Because, like, when I started, like, this is just, like, I mean, I knew all along it was not just a hobby, but, I mean, I was treating it like a hobby for so long, and I was doing so much extra stuff, like, putting in a lot of extra time. I would come down to the studio for 12 hours a day all summer long, like 3 to 4, sometimes 5 days a week, 12 hours. And putting out, like, 2 hours of content. I was doing a lot of time wasting in the studio. I was just like thinking I'm doing a lot, but I'm not really doing anything. But if I didn't do that, and if I like had all the answers, like, all right, here's the quick way to do it, I would only come to the studio for the 3 hours, the super efficient time, and then get the correct amount done, perfect, and keep it pushing it out and not really grow. Now, like this past summer, I utilize every single hour, whether I was at the studio or not at the studio. I was like, I know when I'm productive. I've learned myself enough. Like, I had to go through those trials and tribulations to tell myself, like, I'm still doing it. I'm still going to grind towards it. I'm still going to build and try, like, the new things. But I don't have to come down to the studio for 12 hours if I'm not sure if I'm going to do a podcast that day. I could just, now I know it's like, all right, if I don't have a guest, I really want to do a podcast today. I'm cutting it short on the amount of time I'll have to actually edit that podcast. But that, to me, is better than, like, because now I know, like, all right, now I can just show up an hour before and I can be ready and I can do a full podcast.
You're just more productive. It's just more productive.
Yeah,
it's not like you're not taking like action steps.
But I also will understand why why it's important to save myself a couple dollars here or a couple dollars there, or like what is the actual, like, if I got that $100,000, if I got that $100,000 when I started, I don't know, I'd probably buy extra cameras that I don't even use.
And then you'd wish you had the $100,000 back.
Right. Now, because I've gone and done it all the long, hard way, now I go, well, I know I don't like editing. I know I don't like doing this or that. That's where the money goes. Yeah. The money goes into outsourcing. Like, Mr. Beast is
leverage one of the best. Fucking key to everything.
Like, focus all your time and energy on the thing that you do really well and continue to get better until you are the best at doing that one thing. Pay the people to do the editing, to do the marketing, to do you were talking about it. You were paying like the virtual assistants, and stuff like that's so much more valuable.
Double time.
But if you didn't already be putting in like 100 hours a week doing all these cold calls, you wouldn't even know what to, like. All right, you have a virtual assistant. What's that virtual assistant going to do?
Yeah, no, that's
just make money because you're paying them to give you stuff.
It's through experience. It's through you have to experience it, I think.
You do need both. I think like you do need to eventually learn, if it is something that you want to continue, like how to do it right, how to get the S corp or the LLC.
You got to get spanked a couple times.
You have to do it the wrong way a bunch of times, and if you're still doing the thing, whether you're doing it the wrong way now or you're doing it the right way, like you have to have been doing it in a way that, like, you learned yourself, like, what works for me. And then when an investment or something, an opportunity comes up, you know what to do with it.
Yeah. And we talked about it on your episode on my podcast with Vasilis too.
Dude,
it's
we so much I want to like. What? I wanted to talk that whole time.
Really? No, dude, it was a great conversation.
Yeah, it was. I don't know what was going on in there, dude. I completely forgot. I was really zoned in, so I completely forget everything.
Oh, it's awesome. But we were talking about we just have this, we talked about just this, we stop ourselves just by overthinking of this fear of like our failure and stuff when we should like take like you said, you starting your business and stuff like that. You had to fail a couple of times to know where you had to do right. How are you going to know what you had to do right if you didn't fail? You're not going to succeed right away. That's impossible. You're not perfect. You know what I mean? Maybe once in a blue moon, like you'll do something and you get it right the first time, but like most of the time,
it never happens.
Yeah.
So I can tell you this. I'll give you guys personal experience. So I got into real estate business not too long ago, but when I first started, I was completely solo, right?
How old were you?
This is 4.5 years.
So you're like 20 years old?
20 years,
Yeah, wow.
Were you still in college? Or did you
No,
even go to college?
No. I went to door knocking school. Fucking living in Cali, knocking doors. Not literally school.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And it makes sense.
The heel toe
why
express.
At 24, you're grinding.
Yeah. So when I first got in the business, I did it solo, and I did pretty well by myself, right? And then probably 6 months into it, I got an opportunity, a call from some guy and said, hey, I want you to like partner up with me. I see that you're doing well. You make the phone calls. You're good at what you're doing, blah, 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 blah. So I joined this guy, and just up until probably 48 hours ago, I decided certainly I was going to switch positions and move somewhere else, move to a different brokerage and start my own thing. So now I'm taking on that challenge of I'm starting my own thing, but not only am I starting my own thing, I'm actually pulling people under me. So it's going to be a team. It's going to be a team aspect. So now I have to be an executive of people now. So it's like, it's a little nerve-wracking, but the cost of what I would be missing out on if I don't try it is so much larger than what will happen if it didn't work out per se. So like, I think it's like I think you got to like maybe weigh what is the cost of not doing it versus the cost of doing it, and what would be the end result if it didn't work out compared to what will be the end result if it does work out. You know what I'm saying?
No, 100%.
And it's like always, if you do it, it's always so much bigger of a return than what the loss will be if you don't do it.
Yeah, because think about it too. Once you get yourself in that that next level in your life to expand, people are going to see that already been experiencing that level. They're like, oh, you want to get into it? All right, let me help you. Let me teach you. And then you make those connections and you learn and get better. And it's necessary, man. We fucking fear over something that we don't even like. We over like what they say. The cost of inaction is worse than than doing the wrong thing.
And I think it comes down to also like loyalty to a certain extent is good, but loyalty can also be the cost of your fucking life. Like being loyal, I'm not saying loyal in a relationship. That's different. I'm saying loyal when it comes to making money and business opportunities. If you're just sticking with someone because you feel bad that you're being disloyal by leaving and doing your own thing, dude, you might as well just cut your balls off there. Like you're done. I had so many times where it's like, I want to leave what I'm doing, but I feel like I'm not being loyal. But now, like, I'm being disloyal to myself because I could be doing so much more if I am disloyal for a minute. You know? And
honestly, I'm not going to lie, Vasily, that's something that I've been battling myself this past year because, like I said, I've been just started getting into like sales and remote closing, and, a lot of people that I've been, doing the program with and like, right now I'm doing outreach, so I'm like trying to finally make it like an actual official thing. Like when I first make that first close, it's like, I never believed in myself before, and when you start taking those actions for yourself, you're like, damn, like I can do a lot more than I ever thought possible.
And I think for an extended period of time, it's good to work with someone else for them to teach you. But then there comes a time and place where it's like, okay, I know how to do this. Like I got to go do this myself.
Yeah, like you said, the taking the action is less costly than not taking the action. Is super important because what it's going to teach you is, oh, that wasn't that bad. I can actually do this. Or I failed. I couldn't do it, but it doesn't hurt that bad. Like I'm not like, oh my gosh, I'm not living on the streets because I failed that one thing. So now you can go at it again with a little bit more information, a little bit more like ready for exactly the new twists and turns. I've been watching back a lot, some of the Marvel like cinematic universe, strictly picking out the Iron Man because that's what I loved. And I like admire his character or like him as the hero because his superpower is not the suit. I know that's what you watch and you see the powers coming out of the suit.
Yeah.
His superpower from the first movie on to even when he snaps with Thanos' glove or whatever, his power is adaptability. If you watch every single one of the Iron Man movies or any of the Marvel movies, you see the first battle, he loses or he wins the fight against whatever villain or guy, but the part of the, because a fight scene's not fun if it's just like the hero shows up, kills them, and then walks away.
Yeah, it's lame.
So like there's a little bit of there's at least one moment where the villain gets one in on him. He uses every single thing like that. So then the next time he fights that same villain, he beats him. So in the first movie, the whole thing is like he goes into or he gets captured by whatever tribe in the Middle East, or whatever terrorist group.
Dude, this movie's
builds a suit. Then he escapes because of the suit, flies back or gets back home, whatever, builds a suit, does the whole like superhero arc. All right, we know who he is. I'm Iron Man, he says on the press conference. And then his buddy the guy who co-owns the company for him, his like dad's like, underling or whatever. Yeah. Gets in contact with the guy that captured him, finds the suit that he used, recreates the suit. So now he's got to fight him. When he returned and started building the Iron Man suit that we all know, his first, like the Mach 1 or whatever, or Mach 2, I think he called it, he went on a test flight and he flew up as high as he could go. And it had a failure because it got too cold. So all the ice like froze up the suit and he couldn't transcend, and he did like you see him plummeting down to the earth, and like the last second Jarvis kicks back in and helps him deploy something, so he has a parachute and he lands safely and he's alive, whatever. So he builds into the suit something to be anti like temperature. Well, the way he beats the guy who rebuilt his first suit at like a stronger suit than the other Iron Man suit is he grabs him and he flies up as high as he can, and he's and they're going back and forth. And he thinks
I didn't even actually catch that.
That's wild.
The villain thinks he's winning the whole time, and then Tony Stark in his witty remark goes like, "How did you fix the engine cooling system?" And all of a sudden, the guy's suit freezes and just starts plummeting all the way down to the earth, and Iron Man's sitting there just flying.
You know what makes it great?
It's the same shit with the Thanos. Like, you can look at like the same ways he lost to Thanos initially and how he beat him after. Every single movie, even in the Civil War against Captain America, their first like fight, not even his first fight, he recruits Spider-Man and tells Spider-Man just shoot or just take out his leg, take out Captain America's legs, and he can't do anything because he uses his arms.
Dude, this comes from Dragon Ball Z though.
100%. The Saiyans?
It comes, so every time they fought someone, they get stronger, right? It comes from that. But it's a real life
Dragon
thing.
Ball Z right now.
Yeah, you are. That's funny.
I'm still on the abridged.
I respect it. No, it's crazy, though. It's the thing I think it's even great that you mentioned is, like, because a lot of people, myself as well, is just, actually applying the knowledge that you learned.
Right.
A lot of people in society, especially now when we're so quick with TikTok, like there's information always constantly going through.
The time, man.
So it's like, do you remember that last thing that was beneficial financially or physically for a workout or something? Like you have even just like a couple hours ago. Yeah, have you actually applied that knowledge actively in your life to make it beneficial?
So
it's just good to see him.
Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, really? Oh.
Gio helped me set up, so thank you, Gio. Great producer. But I got to check these cameras, so I'm just gonna pause real quick. We can kind of keep. I'm gonna keep everything rolling.
Oh, okay. And then just edit
that way, if I need to cut out real quick, and then I want to keep going a little bit longer.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, we're big chilling though. Yeah,
let me just like fix this shit.
Dude, this fucking. I will say this Tomcat is fucking gnarly.
Good,
it's gnarly.
I'm
not.
You know.
Huh?
Say that when
I'm feeling it. Dude, no, it's so fun. That's why. What? Wait,
I'm not sitting down. You saying that?
Yeah. Oh, it's so funny, dude. This gin got me fucked up. It's so funny because I go take a piss. I'm like, damn, I ain't drink any water. Like barely. It's like this shit's clear as fuck. I'm like, damn, I guess I'm hydrated.
Dude, you know what's the worst? This is where I feel for running pains. I mean, after a half marathon, you feel pain.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Sure. But my most comes from upper body, dude. Like
Really?
Yeah, because when I'm running, I'm clenching. So,
okay.
So rotator cuff, dude, and the rotator cuff comes up my shoulder and then to the back of my neck. And, dude, I get every time I'm running more than 13, 14 miles, dude, my fucking shoulders. That's where I feel.
Wait, do you have a twitch sometimes? Like where
I have
like
a bad
this
twitch, yeah.
Like this hits and you kind of like your whole upper body like
gets stiff, like lockjaw.
Yeah, that's it. It happens for a second though for me. It's not like too long, but sometimes like I'm like, oh, what the fuck? Like, yeah, it's like almost like you get punched or something. You're like, what the fuck?
Oh, yeah.
And it's so crazy because like you don't realize how powerful that nerve really controls you without you. I mean, you think it's something you can just like hold, but it's like it's so instant where you can't even react quick enough to stop it. It's like, but now that's interesting. Now that makes me think. I wonder if that's because me running long.
I don't know if
it's
like dehydrated. I don't know if it's because we're dehydrated too.
Oh, okay, yeah,
but
true.
Like,
because I do a lot of energy drinks and like energy gum, like run gum.
Yeah.
Actually, have you ever had run gum?
No, I haven't.
It's basically just like a quick.
To it.
Yeah, it's just chew it. You get like I think it's like one piece is equivalent to coffee, caffeine, and then there's two for like energy drink. Yeah. There's some of them that like taste like mad chemicals, but there's flavors that it's not super bad. Yeah.
I fucking love energy drinks. Anything that has caffeine in it, I just love it.
All right, yeah, then try it then. I recommend it. Run gum was pretty good. I liked it.
Like my intake of caffeine, like how much I can take is stupid.
Really?
Yeah.
I like coffee just for the taste, honestly.
Like I'll have like like favorite things or like now for my lifts now I use pre-workouts, but like if I ran out of pre-workout, I use like another type of drink, like this fucking Bang Energy.
Oh yeah.
Dude,
how you feel about Prime?
I don't
I've
think
heard
it's
so
enough
many.
kick.
Oh really?
To it. No, dude, that's not enough for me, man.
Yeah. Oh really? See, I took that for my first half marathon, and I was feeling honestly good for like 6 miles, and then I started taking the it's not that the gloob like you recommended, but it was like a glue. What is it called?
Goo.
I was like gloob. It basically what it is though when you fucking what the fuck?
You squeeze it, you cut off the top.
Yep.
And then you squeeze it into your mouth.
It's glucose. That was the brand.
So
it's with a G.
Yeah,
with a G. That was a good, but I want to try different ones because I found out like it's just like too acidic. Like it sits in my stomach too acidic. It's like acidic. I don't know if it's because of the ingredients, but I'll try the gloob. I mean the gloom. Goop. Oh fuck. Goo. Write that down for me, Brandon.
You got to get that shit. You got to take it.
You could just watch back the episode.
You're right.
You'll find it's like 4. Like for me, it's like every 5 miles I was taking one. So I took probably about 4 or 5 when I ran the marathon, which is kind of a lot. But
actually, I'm gonna go
lift some weights, do some cardio, eat right, get a lot of sun, and fucking drink water. Like the sun thing is a big problem here. All right, we're back. I changed up the angles a little bit. Thank you, Gio, for sticking around.
No, he's helping me out. He's probably working on my video editing right now. But as I was kind of like setting up, we kind of kept the conversation going about like a lot of fitness and just like the lifestyle. We can't think of the guy's name. We don't have a producer here to tell us the guy's name.
Gio, the producer.
But the big thing he always talked about was like sleep is number one, and that's what Vasilis just reminded us. And then where do we go from there?
We were talking about I was going to drop in saying just like they believe now that the longest there's someone living right now this very moment that's going to reach 150 years old. And
they're in one of those blue zones. I bet you.
Oh yeah, but I wouldn't be surprised. That's what I wanted to talk about in our episode too. Fuck, because there's actually I don't know if you've ever done like shrooms or ayahuasca, DMT. You ever thought you don't fuck with any psychedelics like that? Well, you just not interested.
You don't want to know. I
too
many demons.
I would fucking panic.
Yeah,
I
really,
would panic.
Yeah, because you're talking about the weed. Yeah,
I would be the person that you read about where it goes wrong.
Yeah.
I know that.
Now you're in orange class.
Because I'm so like, dude, my brain, like when we're talking, like it's thinking about so many fucking things.
It's always on the move.
Shit.
Yeah, because I know you were talking about your anxiety just with smoking cannabis. So I can't imagine.
Dude, I could not even imagine.
No, but one of the there's a.
Bro, I'll convince myself that I get even still to this day, if someone's smoking around me, I will convince myself in real time. I won't say anything that I'm getting secondhand high.
Yeah, really? now you're freaking out. Yeah, dude.
And I don't think it's a real thing. I'm not sure, but you'll like be smoking over there.
Yeah.
And I'll be over here, and I'll smell it, and I'll be like, dude, I'm stoned.
That's just a lightweight.
Yeah.
That's just a lightweight.
So I will not. I stay away from anything.
Yeah, because but there's this place. I thought I wanted to ask about the psychedelics thing, but it's
you're saying blue zone.
The blue zone. Yeah, but in one of the blue zone, it's where
people live the longest.
Yeah, exactly. Like in the world. Yeah, so it's like mostly it's a majority of it's in. Yeah, and it's mostly in the equator, right area. Mostly in the center. Yeah. As far as I haven't gone that deep into it.
Some Mediterranean, like some over in
like vitamin
Japan D and shit like that.
Vitamin D is a big one that we talked about.
Yeah.
So equator's gonna.
That was crazy too about COVID, man. That time where it's like literally they were just saying like take vitamin D and like vitamins, stuff like that, and they weren't promoting that shit at all. Like, well, governments and shit anyway, and news outlets technically. they were just saying, take the vaccine. Take the vaccine, you fucking bitch. You little bitch. No, but
So blue zones are just the area that people do well.
So what? Yeah. So and there was
you're tying it into psychedelics.
Psychedelics, yes. So there's a place in Mexico that's within the blue zone area, and they host like a meditation, like organic, like, so what it is, it's a week or two, depending on how long you want to stay, you choose. And what they do within that week of your stay, they give you farm to table food, fresh pressed juice, yoga meditations, and like a yard where you can meditate more. Like there's a beach where you can bike out, all that stuff to really get your mind and body like cleansed. And then they have shamans come, and then you pay them cash, and they guide you through an ayahuasca ceremony, so you can really detox yourself of all that, produce and nasty McDonald's.
Dude, I say all you need to do is like especially when I'm like in Greece or if I'm vacationing, I go barefoot. Like I love being barefoot.
Yeah,
dude, I just want to get closer to the earth, and we're wearing shoes all the time. Our feet get soft. I came back. In Greece, I wasn't barefoot. Besides, really on the beach, I didn't touch too many of like rocks and sands and such. Not enough. Came here, went on a run, and the bottom of my feet's everything. I got what are they called? Calluses.
Yeah.
But they ripped, and like my feet are too weak right now. They're too soft. So I need to be I need to be working more on like dirt and stuff.
Yeah.
I like these basic things like water. Like I told you, I don't do any of the I don't really take any supplements. I don't take any vitamins. I just try to get what I can get naturally, and that's it.
Okay. Wow.
It's a big Liver King message.
Yeah.
Which I know he's got all the controversies that a lot of people go, oh, because of the controversy, because he was actually taking steroids, all of his shit is not credible. But all of his shit is still credible.
Yeah.
It is still a good way.
Yeah.
And even when before that happened, like he would always say, like, I am saying all these things, and Huberman is on a podcast like the next week saying the same things I'm saying. Like the primal tenets are literally what Huberman suggests, like, getting out in the sun, looking at the sun, taking cold showers, doing like, working out and exercise is very important, and all these things, and sleep. And that's like what Liver King's promoting. I think he's become too much of a character where even at this point, it's like to watch his shit, it's like, it doesn't matter, but there is still that valuable message that he was telling us.
Yeah. And same with like people just in general, I think we overeat, like totally overeat. So like my favorite thing to do is like from usually 9 p.m. to about noon, I do a fast. So 9 p.m. to noon the next day. So like the morning time is my most productive time, like between probably 6 and probably 11, probably the best, I'd say, in terms of work, because your body goes into like a fight or flight.
Dude, I like kind of intermittent fast because as a teacher in middle school, first lunch is at 10:30.
So early.
And I'm not I've never really liked to wake up and eat right away. So I started just waiting until 10:30. And in the beginning, I had to kind of like fight the hunger through like the first 2 periods or whatever it was. But now I'm at a point where it's like I've always been a morning person. So my mornings have always been my more productive time. But especially like at school, like I go there, I do like, I get there a little early so I can prep if I have a class first period, and then I go through the first couple periods, and then the times, like sometimes I, maybe I had my last meal at like 6 p.m. Like I had a 6 p.m. and I tried to go to bed early, so I went to bed at like 8:30. So I haven't eaten since maybe 7:30 if I count, and then I wake up and I'm like super hungry, and those days I'm like, I can't make it to 10:30. Let me just have like a little protein bar. Now I fight hunger from the moment I eat the protein bar until the thing. And then when I eat at 10:30 for my lunch or whatever, at 10:30, I eat all my food that I portioned out nice and neat. And I'm like, I got to run down the street. I got to pick up a couple snacks. Like, I need more. But if I just wait until 10:30 and just stay hungry, I don't even focus on the hunger anymore. I get to eat at 10:30. When I finish eating at 10:30, like my little lunch, I don't need another snack. I don't need a little dessert to sweeten it up. I'm like, I'm good. Just that one meal is all I really needed. But when you put those like ingredients in your body goes, oh yeah, that's what I wanted.
Yeah.
And now all morning, all I think about is like, oh, when is lunch?
Dude, I just want to eat like all my favorite stuff is just meat. Like, dude, fucking meat. I want to do the red meat diets.
Yeah. No, it's so crazy. It's funny too. I actually worked with a coworker who did all carnivore, like raw. Like I literally walked into him just eating just like raw hamburger meat. I was like, all right.
I love that shit.
He said he's never had more energy. You know what I mean? He felt very
jacked up, dude. These people get ripped.
Like I have no problem. I actually like want to try eating like raw meat, especially like if I find a good butcher, like a local butcher that I'm like, I know exactly where he's getting his meat from, and I like know exactly how he's cutting it and what he's giving to me. I will definitely eat like a raw like cut of like cow or whatever, steak or whatever. But I hate the people on social media that like even the Liver King, like, because they're not doing they're doing it for themselves to be healthy, but like they're going in such an aggressive way that it's just like it's the way a lot of content ends up. It's just like one upping the other person. Like, oh, high meat. Do you know what high meat is?
No.
High meat is when you like essentially rot the meat. So you take meat, you put it in a jar, and you just leave it out for like a month and let it like literally like grow the bacteria.
Yeah, I'm not about that.
Because a lot of that like bacteria and stuff is like healthy bacteria. It is healthy to eat, but it's probably tastes gross. Well, then because one person did it and there are benefits from it, people try to one up it like, well, I'm gonna do a whole 6-meal course or whatever, 6-course meal on raw like bacteria filled thing. It's like you're not really getting the value out of it anymore. You're just doing it for the content. Yeah, it's just like
No, it's another crazy thing I want to point out too earlier that I noticed like in myself and other just like coworkers and like over time, like people eat when they're bored.
That's
my biggest problem. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just are so bored. You're like, I just want to do something, and literally, because we have vending machines everywhere, so I notice like people like they won't be doing something for a bit, and they just go to the vending machine, grab something to eat, just to have that active movement, and and trying to supplement that with something else. It's all mental, it's a really all.
Well, it's
mental.
Also if you're so busy and focused, you don't feel the need to want to eat. Like that's where a lot of mine came from. Was like I was so like I don't know, I was like productive, highly productive. Yeah. So I'm not even thinking about eating the food. And now realistically, I probably eat like 1 meal a day.
That's good.
Even this training part, I'm still eating probably 1 meal a day, but it's just like heavy fucking protein.
Okay. That one fucking meal you're eating, hella
like
protein.
So
your daily
much protein.
Yeah,
okay. Daily probably protein worth.
Really, not even carb, like no heavy carbs.
Okay. I mean, I have like a weird schedule in my mind. It's not like put on paper, but I just kind of follow it. That like the days before, like I'll heavy carb the day before a run, but I don't eat bread. I just eat things like pasta. Something about bread fucks me up. I don't know. Bread's bad.
I feel you. You feel too bloated, and it's so too like you feel nasty. Yeah, pasta when you have like nice homemade
Yeah, that's nice. And then the day like on the day I run after the fact, I'll eat whatever I want, including sweets. But for the most part, I'm pretty like I don't eat ever really that bad. I've never eaten really that bad.
Okay, that's awesome. All right, that's interesting though with the car. All right, I'm gonna start switching up because
it's supposed to be like you should have a balanced diet, but like protein like number one for me.
Okay, now it makes sense though.
The food pyramid is a corrupt thing. Like
Oh yeah, didn't they say recently like Lucky Charms was more fucking healthier,
it was healthier than steak?
Yeah, wait, really? Oh, was steak?
Food pyramid literally should just be flipped upside down. Yeah. Like proteins and meats should be at the top, but they're at the bottom. I mean, I'm sorry. Right now they're at the top, but the top is the point. So it's like smallest amount should be the protein.
Yeah.
Realistically, it should be the opposite. Vice versa, it should be the most. It should consume the most of your diet should be the meat. Then it should be the blah 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 blah, and then at the very bottom should be the triangle, which is your carbs, your rice, your pasta.
Like healthy carbs, sweet potatoes. I love sweet. I used to not like sweet potatoes, but
I fuck with sweet potatoes. So how do you eat your sweet potatoes?
What's your favorite honestly, I just put it in the oven, just bake it 45 minutes, eat it like that.
Yeah, dude.
That's it. Simple. It's such a fucking dessert. Honestly,
Babe and I do a lot. Yeah. Like since she moved in, so like last August is when I really started. Oh yeah, we've been living together for over a year.
Wow,
dude.
Yeah, and we've been together for like a year and a half.
And you haven't slept on the couch yet, huh?
No, that's my rule.
Because you don't have a couch, you can't sleep on the couch. Smart.
No, I have a very shitty love couch that I don't fit on. She might fit on and could probably sleep comfortably, but I can't. No, I said this early on. This is actually like I got this from Bill Burr like 5 years before I even was in a relationship. I have established really good communication with my girlfriend, and it works really well for all aspects of the thing. I mean, there's definitely still times where I probably should have talked about the thing sooner, and by the time I talk about it, it's like maybe whatever. So I'm not perfect at communication, but communication is so important. And I made this statement when she like moved in. Actually, even before she moved in, when we'd like sleep over and stuff, I said, "There's no sleeping on couches. If we are, I'm also not going to bed angry at you. Like if we have a fight, we're going to resolve it. We have to. If we can't resolve it in the night, like it's all right, we're 2 hours later than our usual bedtime, and it's not over or whatever, or that's when it happens.
So civil.
Then I go, okay,
so civil.
We go to bed, but we know that we are finishing this conversation tomorrow or at a later date as soon as we can. So my thing is like we communicate. Like
is that argument happens, about the sweet potatoes?
There's no. I'm not sleeping on no couch. Like this is my house. Yep. This is my I live here too. I pay for. Technically, I contributed the bed. It's a shitty bed, so I wish we had a better bed, and maybe if she contributed, whatever. But I'm like, just because you're mad at me, I'm not sleeping on the couch. I'm not sleeping in the doghouse. We can talk about it. We can figure out what the fucking issue is, and we'll talk about it. We'll solve the issue. But we're sleeping in the same bed, or I'm sleeping in this bed. If you don't feel like it's resolved, and you can't sleep next to me, which this never happens with my girlfriend, but like then you can go sleep on the couch. Like I cannot do anything so wrong that I don't belong in this bed. Like we live together. We can sleep next to each other. Like if you really think like, because I believe in like being committed to the person, even before marriage, like that's how you know if it's the person you're gonna marry. Like we can resolve all issues. There's gonna be times where we're mad at each other, but we move past it by communicating. So what? I'm gonna sleep on one thing because you're mad at me this one night. Does that mean we don't resolve it? Because I already paid my punishment. I paid my dues. So I slept on the couch. So now we don't have to talk about it anymore. Now that doesn't solve any problem.
No, dude, it just lingers.
It lingers. So I'm like,
of linger. Ugh.
So fine, don't cuddle me tonight. Whatever. But I'm sleeping in this bed, and we're gonna resolve this issue when the time is ready. Like that's how I
resolve
like my
it there,
general.
dude. I resolve it there. I'm not doing that.
I
can't deal with that.
I've been getting better at like knowing because I mean, you guys know enough about me. Like I'm a very passionate speaker, even on topics that I'm not very well versed on. I get into conversation. I love talking to people. Like I just like it seems like I know a lot about the thing, or I am very passionate about that topic or thing. But I'm just passionate about the conversation.
You know
what
the best
well, that's
skill
scary.
you can hear, or you can learn. Make them think that they're right, but actually be right.
Oh.
That's it.
I mean, that's not just for relationships.
That's for everything.
Yeah.
Powerful.
And I think another way of doing that is just like
being right.
Well, yeah. I mean, just acknowledging that, like when you walk away from it, you knew you went into it with the right, genuine intentions. You're right, and that's all that matters. Like, they're not going to agree with you. They don't need to agree with you. You're right. Let them think you were wrong. And this, I mean, it works on certain things. So, like, if I was supposed to do the dishes and I didn't do the dishes, I can't create the world in which I was right for not doing the dishes. But if it's an argument back and forth about like, you're not like, I wanted you to come to my, friend's party and you didn't want to go, you wanted to do your podcast instead and blah, 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 blah. And I feel like you just never want to hang out with me and my friends. And I don't like that. It's like, well, here's all the reasons why. And I'll just go, okay, you're right. I don't hang out with your friends enough. But deep down, I know when I'm not hanging out with your friends, I'm doing something to provide, like, to create something for both of us later on. All right, now I got to be better about it in the future. I can't just go, like, she's addressed this, like, this is something that is important to her. So, okay, I got to make a better effort at, like, attending her friends, gatherings or whatever.
I hate those things.
Whatever. I got to make a better.
I hate those things.
Or I got to be more understanding of her when she asks me to come with her to her friend's party or whatever, her family party, whatever, like I have to be understanding that like that's very important to her. So if I am not going to do it, I can't just stay home and play video games. Like I have to have a valid reason as, all right, I'm not going, but like
because of X, Y, and Z. Like
because I'm doing work, but I can't just know that deep down. I can't just be like, okay, I'm not going, but I know I'm going to be doing work for us later on. I have to go, hey, look, I can't attend this one. It's really important that I get this podcast recorded today. I can't do this event today. I'm sorry. I know it's important to you, but this thing's more important to me. I'll try to make sure I attend the next one. Just give me more advance notice, and I'll block it out of my schedule or whatever.
You know what? Also, I'm thinking like, imagine this being the fact like, and I wish, I mean, in some circumstances for myself, I have actually tried doing it, and it's somewhat productive. It's like when you're on the verge of it being somewhat serious, right? Or even it can be with an actual relationship with a girl or whatever, or even a girl with a guy,
but it's even a girl that is a guy
with another guy,
a transformer.
Yeah, a transformer.
Robots in disguise. Dun 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 dun.
Equal opportunity.
But you set an expectation.
Don't hire robots.
You set expectation like immediately. Like for me, like personally, like a lot of things. If I don't mesh with some group of people, let's say if it's a girl's friends, like I personally don't want to do that, and I can't get myself to do it. Like I'll do it, but I'm gonna be miserable, and I'm gonna ruin the mood. That's just how I am. And I know that.
Respect that. Yeah.
So like prior to it, you can even, for some guys it works, for some guys it doesn't. Whatever, it doesn't really matter. It depends on what you find very important. Is you literally just lay out, this is how if you're so firm and stubborn, like I won't do this, I'll do this. And if that can't work, they just can't work. It's very blunt. And I feel like maybe back in the day when there was, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, maybe that's how it went, where it's like people arranged marriages per se, where two people fit because they had the similar ideas of what one person was willing to do and the other person was not willing to do. But like that's another way. But it's hard when you're in a relationship or trying to find that person to feel comfortable to be like, this is what I want. If it doesn't meet this, then it just can't work out. Because it sounds kind of too blunt.
Yeah, well, some people are afraid to just have that blunt, just straight say up thing. You mean?
Besides putting yourself through misery, man, like doing stuff you don't want to do all the time.
It is hard, and it's something that I knew, like going into it, where I had to set up my boundaries, I had to set my standards. But now, like over like a year and a half into this, I just set the standards so that she kind of knows that. Not that she has to like walk on thin ice or anything when she asks me, but like she knows that it's not like I don't care if I miss her friend's thing. So she knows she has to like kind of come at me with like,
I don't give a shit, to be honest.
Yeah, Max, at least show up.
But I because this has happened before and we were good at communicating, I was able to finally realize really what is happening in my head. It's like, I don't care. I don't want to go to that thing. I'd rather do anything else than hang out with your friends. For the most part. I mean, I always have fun when I go. But that's what I learned about myself.
Is that what you tell yourself?
That's exactly what he tells me.
Yeah,
I tell her, like, going into it, is like, if I'm going to do something I don't want to do, or it's not, like, my vibe, it's not my thing, like, whatever the party that we're going to, like if it's a game night, I don't like game nights. I'd rather just socialize in a party.
Wait, why do we hate these things though? Like, why is this like a common thing? Why does a guy always hate hanging out with the girl's friends?
Because I feel like
they're not your, but I think it's just human nature.
Yeah, it's like you just hate them.
I
hate them.
I don't hate them. Whoa. I don't want to get locked.
He's like, hold up, not that word.
Shit, I forgot to change that battery. Keep going. What are you going to say, Eli?
Oh, no.
I don't mean you don't just hate them, but you just like, I would rather do anything else.
Well, it's because like, me personally, when ever I hung out with my girlfriend's friends, it was kind of just, they always just drama, bullshit, unnecessary.
Dude,
something that's not going to progress you.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Why are we talking about, why Joe Schmo fucking didn't clean the or work some stupid shit? You know what I mean? It was usually some work drama or some thing that's not going to help at all. It's just it's like, I don't want to chill and do this. I want to just fucking. But I think that's just us men genetically. You know what I mean? We just wire like we could be fucking building an empire right now.
Anything's better in the scenarios, and it's weird because that can cause damage, dude.
Really? Yeah, you ain't wrong. Because, like, there's women who, who are in relationships with great men who are, just driven and focused on their career, making sure that they can not have a job or, if they want to do a side gig, they can. If they want for shit, have that decision, to even have that decision.
So that's what came down to me is like, okay, I know when I'm going to be accepted, when I'm going to be okay with. And for me, it's like, I'm driven to meet new people. Like, personally, this is a big thing for me in terms of growth and meeting new people. Like, I told myself, I'm not going to hang out every weekend with the same fucking people. Yeah. So I'm always trying to find new opportunities to go do new things and meet new people. And that's a, I don't want to say a prerequisite because someone can take it wrong. But for me, if I'm going to be with someone, like that prerequisite per se is the fact that I'm not hanging out with the same people all the time. There's just no way because I feel like I'm wasting time. But if I'm talking to someone new and I'm getting something and like learning something new, I feel like this is a productive time spent.
So back to the girls' friends. I want to make this clear because I think this is something that
because they're all listening. Like,
what
the fuck?
It's not girls and their friends, and we're not three guys talking about damn girls and their friends. Blah, blah. If you invited me next week to hang out with you and your friends, I don't care about your friends. I don't care about your brother. I don't care about anybody else involved in your life. I care about you because you and I have built a connection.
Yeah.
I think that's more so what I feel when it's like when my girlfriend's like, hey, can you come hang out with me and my friends? It's like, I don't really care. Like, I don't care what their opinions of me is, and I don't really care, like, to set, I don't even put on a role when I am hanging out. I'm like, I actually kind of like it because, like, I can just be whoever the fuck I want. I can just be like, I don't care. Like, are you going to dislike me for chilling on the couch and drinking high noons? Or maybe you like me. Maybe I said something funny. Maybe you vibe. Like, I don't have to make and effort because it's like,
you're not there for anyone.
I'm there. I'm literally there for my girlfriend. Yeah. Like, and that's why I think it's important to attend those things. But
she get married.
I want to grow up and be like you, kind of.
Lock it. Anyway. Kind of. He said, like, kind of. He's like, I got to think about a few things here. Maybe double check the list, but
you got to grow up to be like me. You're. Yes, sir. But like
starts wearing hat backwards and shit.
But in the same way, bald. Like I don't expect my girlfriend. I don't expect my girlfriend to be excited about like, oh, we're gonna go on a triple double date, whatever, like a triple date with like my two friends and their girlfriends, and like then she's just gonna be in a situation where like, all right, she's trying to interact with that like. There's also
girls love that fun, dude. They love that though. There's so much more, I think, and that's why they're amazing. Is they see I feel like I've found in my experience they see the fun in everything, and that's like such like a bright light.
I feel like you're calling me a girl, and you don't even know what I was.
No, not you.
Yeah.
I'm saying girls. Like girls.
No, but
like girls, I think would actually enjoy going on that triple date.
Maybe, but here's what part of the problem is. So
not generalizing.
My friends and their relationships, the girls, their girlfriends, wives, whatever, are already good established friends. So if I brought my girlfriend who doesn't know them, it's like she's just in a situation where she tries to interact with them, but like, still has to kind of like come over by my shoulder and be like, all right, like you're my friend at this party. Like I need you to also interact with me. And that's what I feel like when I go to her group of friends. What I'm really good at and what I meant by my joke about like, am I a girl, is this is what me and my girlfriend established. I make fun for myself. I make it fun. So a lot of times her way of getting me to join them on their excursion, she's like, she kind of already knows. She's like, all right, yeah, we're going to go do this thing, blah, blah, blah. The day comes. She doesn't even have to ask or question or anything anymore. If she knows I've already been like, I don't want to do it, and she got me to say yes to doing it, she goes, I'm driving. Because she knows I'm going to make myself have a good time. So I'm going to have some drinks. So I can't drive. So then I'm at the time, like having I have a great time. Every time I've hung out with her friends, I've had a really good time. Whether it was a wedding or like, a weekend excursion or whatever we were doing, hanging out with her friends, I have a good time. Because I go effortless. I just be who I want to be. I drink when I want to drink. I know, but not everybody knows how to make fun with themselves.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I was gonna say. I think I was gonna literally go back on that topic too. I think it's just about the individual who you're with. You know, are they social enough to go out there and just make friends with new people and people that, you know, if you're friends with them, then if you're in a relationship with this individual, they can at least there must be some connection they can connect with those friends that you're making with. But I understand it's not easy for some people because, you know, you're in a new environment, you don't know who they are, and then like, you know, maybe they heard you about Ian Booty one time, and they're like, damn, how they know that story? I just met them, you know? They're like, oh, you're like, you know.
It's not even that. It's just like,
oh, the Ian Booty.
Like,
okay.
Well, it is that. It is that. I said it's not even that. When like, I don't expect her to get excited and do something with me and my friends, and I am not gonna get excited.
Look like you're having fun.
Yeah, like she's getting excited to go hang out with her friends, and I'm just tagging along. I'm just trying to make sure that like she has enough fun, or she gets the like. I mean, she's hanging out with her friends. You know, we're all adults now. Like, you know, at 27, you don't see friends nearly like you used to. So like any opportunity to see a friend like twice a year is a big thing. So like I know that's as the boyfriend, like I have to allow her to have those opportunities, and the only way she'll have that opportunity is if I go with her. Because if I go, you know, I'm gonna do this, she's not gonna go alone. Sometimes she might, but most of the time she's not gonna go alone. So then if I'm gonna go with her, I have to know that like I'm gonna have fun. And there's been
times. Then at that point, if she actually will not go alone, then I agree with you 100%. It becomes your responsibility to be like, you got to go do these things.
Yeah. Hey, us men gotta do things that we can't. We're not fond of all the time.
Then it becomes just like that movie we were talking about. Then it becomes selfish, you know.
But it's like I don't like doing the dishes, but sometimes she's not getting home until like 8 p.m. on a weekday, and she has to get ready, have dinner, shower, get ready for bed, go to bed, and like her nightly routine, like, you know, she likes to read before bed and do all these things, and to go to bed at 9 o'clock or later than 9 o'clock would detriment the next day. So I know she has all these things. I got to do the dishes. Well, doing the dishes to me, I don't like doing the dishes. Do I like going out and hanging out with your friends? No. But you do these things in support of that person.
Facts.
When she hangs out with me and my friends, she's doing that to support me. If you think about it, every single situation, every single event that a girl is asking you, or if you're a girl and your boyfriend's asking you to attend, and you don't, deep down, you know you don't want to do it, think about it as like, you're not doing it for their friends. You're not doing it for anybody else. You are doing it for your partner, and you're supporting your partner.
They want to show you off.
It's just about support.
Oh, 100%.
Exactly.
No, it's a good thing you remind me of saying that. Was like, I was reading a little thing. It's like about, you know, it said, you know, what's true is, you know, we serve the ones we love. You know, we don't expect nothing. We just serve, you know, we do what's necessary, you know, but maybe like, you know, grandparents, you know, they need help mowing the lawn. You don't expect nothing in return. You just want to help them because you love them.
Too.
Yeah.
But I'll still do it.
Yep, exactly. Because it's your papai? Papoo. Fuck. God damn it. Yeah, I was
Or you can just pay for it too.
Oh, true. Exactly. Work smarter, not harder.
How can I make more money so I can pay for it?
Ooh, smart. Exactly. That's a great mindset. That.
Even with the dishes thing, like, fuck, I really don't want to do the dishes.
So then we got to get you someone to do the dishes.
We got to get a VA.
So I know this is a common like couples thing, and this is actually like what my parents instilled in us. Yeah. Like, I cook, you clean. Yeah. That's pretty common. Everyone has kind of heard that like metaphor before.
That's kind of sexist.
But fine, all right. Sometimes, because I'm usually the one that cooks, mostly because I'm just home earlier and have the time to cook, so the dinner's ready for both of us. But then like dinner's ready for both of us, and I feel bad if I also make her clean. So I get to a day, I'm like, I don't want to cook. I know we have all the food. I know I'm home early. I don't want to cook. So what do? Want to go to Turks? Want to get some sushi? But you're just outsourcing the work. You're just going like, it's fine. Like I'm gonna take you out to dinner. Like, it's still my responsibility to make sure like we have dinner tonight because I was home first. Dinner needs to happen. I can't get myself to cook dinner tonight. I'm sorry. Like, it's just not gonna happen. But I can drive you to the local sushi bar and we can have some sushi. We can eat some food. We don't have to do any dishes. Both of us go home, go to sleep.
Dude, and it's even the idea of like like some old culture or culture was like one person takes the interior of the house, clean the house, they organize the house. The other person takes the exterior, and maybe they make the money. So it could be the guy. The guy makes the money and deals with the yard work. The wife deals.
It can also be the woman. I just want to.
Yeah, of course. We're
I don't want you to get in trouble for.
I know, which is ridiculous.
For saying obvious things.
Yeah, which used to be the case, not anymore, and that's totally fine.
It's fine.
Each his own.
We don't have to follow tradition.
Yeah, so that's what it was. I mean, that's what keeps things, I think, balanced.
Yeah, I think we need a good balance. I was about to wrap this up, but obviously Eli.
He's got a pee again.
I need another pee break myself. So
I do too.
Why don't we just I'm just gonna cut it and then we're gonna do a whole team outro. All right.
Sounds good to me.
We'll be back in a second. We're back. Okay. We're just gonna do a quick little outro. I just want to give you my great guests a chance to plug and promote. We're actually kind of extending a long studio day. Eli was here recording a Spawncast podcast, episode 91, with his guest Vasilis.
Yeah, dude, that was a great episode, man. I honestly, it was like, dude, I could honestly kept going for a while, but I was like, damn, I gotta keep it. But no, dude.
So
great, and shout out to wALiE too, and shout out to Carol Connection as well, because in the end he did hop.
Dope, dude.
I appreciate that. I appreciate it. It's taken a while. My dad fixed the toilet issue, so now we actually have a toilet in the thing. Nice. It's like
I know, dude. It's actually so solid now. It's like so real.
Yeah, you got the hole in the ground, the backyard. You can take a shit out there finally. Yeah.
There's things that the camera doesn't see that I'm still like fucking super anal about that. Like I want to fix up, but. Yeah, the studio's come a long way. I mean, this whole thing really started thanks to Eli. I mean, I went to go buy a shirt off you, and I sat and talked to you for 3 hours in your bedroom with your chinchilla back in the day. What was your chinchilla's name?
Napoleon. Shout out to my nigga.
Napoleon.
Shout, dude. I had him for 11 years, dude. Wow. Yeah, he was a cheat. My mom gave him a surprise gift.
Yeah.
Chinchilla?
Yeah. Because I told her, because I was going through I went through like a mental thing at like high school. Oh, this girl, all this stupid, dumb depression shit. You know what I mean? I think it was just a time in my life, stupid shit. But anyways, yeah, I came back home as chinchilla. I was like, oh, damn, that's pretty badass. But it is crazy, dude.
I saw my great, like, McDonald's friend doing like artwork and selling merch, and I saw it on Instagram, and you've always been very good at, like, the whole time. Even after we both worked at McDonald's, you would always just like reach out.
McDonald's?
Yep. Yeah, that was my first job, man. My first job.
Dude.
Same. Yep.
Ooh, McDonald's boys.
And
yep, McDicks, bro.
You just constantly made an effort to like stay in touch, and then I saw that you were doing the merch and stuff, and I just reached out like, hey, yeah, I want a shirt. I just went to go pick up the shirt, and you're like, oh, come inside. I got it upstairs, and then we talked for hours. And
yeah, it was crazy because I liked it because you were talking to me about pricing. You were like, oh, you can do better on price because you were in the business side of things. I'm like, oh, that was awesome.
And pricing the shirt?
Yeah, I think
because it was like $35
for $40.
That's what it was, $40. Come on, dude, look at this clean. Oh no, that's a different shirt. That's a different shirt. Never mind.
A T-shirt you get at AC Moore in his shitty cricket job. Like,
yo, I still have the original like shirt too, like my first ever one.
Oh,
like the first practice one, but no, that's gonna be worth money. I'm telling you, one day, hold that shit.
Number one of a good shirt is the collar.
Ooh.
Okay,
dude, if the collar and how the collar fits your neck, number one.
Whoa.
Oh, like a V, like a slight, like.
Dude, like it just
talking from someone who just got back from Europe.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, exactly, yo.
This shirt's from Turkey, actually.
Oh, yo.
Yeah.
And it fits like it fits nice. I love the feeling of this, but it's the neck feel. Like
really,
the neck is huge,
bro. When you wash a stupid fucking shirt and it comes out and it's bacon neck, I call it bacon neck.
Bacon neck,
garbage.
Yeah,
bacon neck.
So
just
if you
wavy.
can wash it and it still fits like that, dude, that's a good shirt.
Okay, damn.
Small world. That's what kind of created today.
3 years now. Well, I don't know how long you've been doing because you did like a couple of times. Yeah, 3. Yeah, because my anniversary. I looked at my first episode, like Grand Rising #1. It was September 23rd, 2020.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy how time flies. Like 3 years, how much we've all grown. Honestly, dude, we literally started the first episode. We called it. And we look at when we were signing shirts. Yeah, church days. It would literally just be me and him, just like drinking with one microphone.
One Yeti mic with my neighbor doing like mowing the lawn and like and his wife like screaming at their daughter like and my roommate literally the thinnest walls screaming at like Magic the Gathering online or whatever but it was so fun. It was just like
think about that. Isn't that progress? Like that's like the best thing to look back at progress. It's just amazing.
Oh fuck yeah! It was so crazy
because that'll never come out. But like that's what set me up to go down to the at the time Winner Gets Nothing studio and you introduced me to Tom and Adam and And then I got to start Ever Changing ViBE, and look at where we are now. This is
hey, we all grow, you know. We all just start somewhere, you know, and a lot of people are afraid to.
And now I have the experience to apply the S Corp LLC.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yo, I'm
saying. That's something you guys like need to do.
I will. Yeah. I will do that.
What's my biggest mistakes being on my own, I think, is like not financially setting a good foundation of like, this is how I should do it. Biggest mistake.
But you didn't know when you started that you needed to have a financial plan.
No, I didn't. I just thought, I get paid. But then I got taxed. The reason why I really thought about it and it really came to mind was, first of all, when I started doing well in the business now, but also when I lived in Cali. There was a time in which I lived in Cali, and then I moved back here, so I had to file taxes in both states. I'm like, this is fucking confusing. So I get taxed on X amount in Cali, which is more than here, and then X amount here. So it's just too confusing.
Yeah.
Too much. And I was gonna say too. Actually, I want to kind of go back on like over time too. I realized like making connections like after like the A1s, and you know how much you know. Sometimes you want to bring them with you, but you can't because you know sometimes they.
This doesn't work sometimes.
They don't have that same dream.
And the people you find, like you guys, you know, that have that same, like you talked about earlier on our episode, Vasilis, you know, just that have that same mindset, that same people around you, like your trainer for your running as well, that, you know, vice versa, give you some
each other value. There's no reason
why
he was giving me any value or why he was pushing me, but, you know, in return, there's something there. Like, he just did it because he thought I was worthy of some sort of value.
Exactly. And exactly, because he sees you working hard. He's like, damn, all right, I want to give this man more value and see how much more he's going to advance and see in life, you know? Because then at that point, those people are happy just seeing you grow.
That's it.
Because they know there's people, you know, that I grew up with, they look at your success as like they fail. And it shouldn't be like that. If anything, it should. But it's mindset and stuff, you know, people look at each other. Comparison is a thief of joy. That's something I try to remind myself a lot. Because I feel like you can understand, Vasilis, you know, you look at your dad and you're like, damn, I want to do as much as he did or more, you know? And you know,
I got to build off of that. Like, that's
exactly.
I got to build off it.
Before all the cameras die.
You're right. This was supposed to be a wrap-up. Yeah.
I want to say thank you to both of you.
I think it says Zen Pouch.
Awesome. Eli's camera just died. So, Vasilis, I'm going to pass it to you first. Plug, promote. That's your angle over there. I know it's far away, but
I can kind of see
let
my
them know
face.
where to find you.
Yeah. Okay, find me Instagram for the most part for majority of my content. Vasilis_Axios, VASILAS_AXIOS. Catch me there. Thank you guys. Hey, you guys, thank you so much, honestly.
No, I appreciate
such a pleasure. So it's so much fun.
Yeah, I'm glad you even, you know what I mean, you took the time to even watch my content and reach out. You know, you didn't have to do that. Dude, that was humbling as well. And that's, honestly, you know, going back to, you know, when I asked you a question, like, what was that moment that, you know, someone came to you and said, wow, I appreciate what you do because it helped me. And like, you're a part of the many reasons because people come out and reach out to me more and more since I've gone more publicly.
Keep doing it.
Exactly. Because it's more now. It's like, because you know, you have people watching you, supporting you. You're like, damn, I can't give up on this dream. I can't, you know, I'm motivating them in some way to accomplish their dreams and stuff. And it's awesome, you know, and, you know, even with wALiE as well, we help like other people start their podcast. He started Table Talks, like, and then like me, like, and I'm starting this new journey with these two young ladies, my previous guests, Sarah and Lana, and I'm helping them with they're very advocate about like cannabis law and stuff, especially in Virginia becoming recreational. They want to make sure that it's properly represented and helpful for the, you know, small business owners, you know, so I want to help them where they can grow, and like that podcast can grow its own legs. I can just let them do their thing, you know, and have them use my stuff, equipment, stuff like that. But
that's number one. If especially if you're in a bad place, and it won't take too long, but if you're in a bad place, the number one thing is if you're in a bad place, help someone out. That's it. And once you help someone out and they get value, you're gonna feel better. That's what I have to say.
Yeah, we can keep going forever. Fuck. Yeah. Okay. So I thought I seen the reflection in my eyes. Like, oh, it's good. Bah. Oh, okay. So, you know, there's both of you guys. Thank you so much. It was a great conversation, man. And, you know, shout out to Ever Changing ViBE in the studio for having me here. As always, every time I come back to my home turf, it feels great to have a place to open up and, you know, be great. But anyways, guys, you will follow me if you like my shenanigans in my podcast. Follow the Spawncast podcast on all streaming platforms: YouTube, Rumble, Spotify, Apple, maybe your grandmother's fucking laptop. I don't know, but you know, do the best you can for yourselves and the people around you, because you know why? Because you fucking deserve it. Peace. Damn. Okay. Dude, I love black coffee too. I used to be that guy who drink like mad sugar and coffee. I mean, it's cream.
Minute Maid, whatever the fucking. That's the best stuff.
Wait, Minute Maid makes like a black coffee.
Ones that you can do instant.
Oh
instant,
yeah.
That's the ones that'll make you shit the best.
Okay.
No, that's milk. That's chocolate milk. Nesquik is chocolate milk.
Chocolate rain.
That will make you go to the bathroom the fastest.
Oh hell yeah! Keep hydrating, my nigga.
All right.
Fuck yeah.
Stop.
Why? You are my nigga as well.
You don't have enough pigment to be saying that.
Just wait. Let me go to Bermuda again, and I will get my fucking 5
you
skin
get your
tones
end card
darker.
back?
Yeah, exactly. I will get my end card back.
I get pretty dark, obviously, like not that.
The
dark,
Greek dog.
Yeah,
This is close to about as dark as I get. Eli, you want to? I'll let you finish that.
Jug of the water.
Did you guys drink your fucking gallon of water today? This is a fucking sponsorship from the Ever Changing Vibe.
And some people just literally will follow you because they want to judge.
But
Facts,
don't
you're
just
right.
leave it at okay. So yes,
and
they're
that's okay,
judging.
and that's okay, and it's not the fact that they hate you.
Yeah, and
It's not
some
that
of
they
the
don't
judgment
like you.
is good judgment.
Yeah.
Wow, that's the kid I went to high school with. Wow, that looks pretty
That's the
professional. Like
positive
there's
stuff.
that judgment too.
Yeah.